Hey guys, it's Vance. So, I'm standing in the parking lot. I'm about ready to go to church right over there. I don't know if you can see it fully with all the trees in the way. It's the Incarnation Catholic Church. I forgot what today's date is. What is it again? Is it February 12th? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, today is Friday, February 12th, 2021. Because Valentine's Day is supposed to be on a Sunday, so today is the 12th, tomorrow's going to be the 13th. Well, I had quite a morning. You see, originally I wasn't going to go to Incarnation Catholic Church. There was another Catholic church that I was going to go to in Davie, Florida, which is basically a 2-hour drive from where I live in Kissimmee. It's kind of hard to talk about, but ever since my job has made me start to work on Sundays, and not many churches have services, other than Sundays, I've been trying to look for churches where they do have, weekday services, because my days off right now are Thursday and Friday. And I usually have to stay home on Thursday to make sure that I help my mother to bring in the groceries, because that's when she goes grocery shopping. And, so Fridays are the days that I'm usually the most free, when I really don't have anything to do. And so I decided I was going to go to a Catholic church where they do have Friday services. So there's this one church, it's in Davie, Florida. It's the St. Joseph Catholic Church, which is under the jurisdiction of an independent Catholic church, which is known as the Polish National Catholic Church. This church right here, the Incarnation Catholic Church, it actually at one point used to be an Anglican church, but then they eventually became Catholic. And they are kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're kind of different from most other Catholic churches, like the Roman Catholic Church. They are in communion with the Roman Catholic Church. They're in communion with the Pope. They are under the jurisdiction of the Pope, the papacy. But they seem to have their own canon laws, so to speak, which pretty much means they're pretty much free to, practice their Catholic tradition differently than how the Roman Catholic Church does. And the only example that I can give is that in this particular church, from what I've studied so far, the clergy are actually allowed to be married. The deacons, the priest, and the bishops, they're allowed to be married. But just like in the Eastern Catholic churches, they have to be married before they are ordained, otherwise they have to take the vow of celibacy. And this is kind of an interesting time in my life, because I'm getting closer to getting my bachelor's degree in Christian ministries from Liberty University. And the way how things are going right now, what I hope and expect is that if everything goes the way that I hope it does, if there's no more problems, if I don't have any more difficulties in my classes, I should get my bachelor's degree in the summer of 2022 next year. So I still got a ways to go, but I'm still getting pretty close to getting my degree. And my fiance in the Philippines, who I've been in a relationship with for almost 8 years now, it will be 8 years this coming April. From what she's told me, she is going to be here in not Florida, America in 2022. I don't honestly know how it's all working out, but she's working things out with her sister, who lives in Tennessee with her husband. And we've been talking, and I pretty much told her that, it's probably going to take me a while before I actually earn enough money to get my own place to live. So I told her that it's probably a good idea if she lives in Tennessee with her sister for the time being when she comes here, even though I have every intention to make absolutely sure that I earn all the money that I need to earn to get my own place to live, at the very least, lease an apartment, or rent a home, rent a house. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can, but right now I'm trying to worry about one thing at a time, because my job, is very demanding. My education, the classes that I'm taking, they're just as demanding, and towards the end of the day, I'm so tired that I don't even want to do anything. All I just want to do is lay in my bed and rest and maybe watch some TV. So trying not to stress myself out too much. I already do enough of that. I stress myself out to the point to where, my vocal cords are very tired and I practically have a headache. Well, not really a headache, but my head just pretty much is like got to give it some rest. So, I think it's about 11:15 right now, and the service won't start here until about 12 noon. So I'm pretty much just killing time, and I'm just venting right now because I'm just kind of concerned about where my life is going right now because even though my life hasn't worked out the way that I would like it to work out, it's still going good. I still got a good job that pays well. I'm getting my education on the side. I got a woman in the Philippines who loves me very much. And, if things don't... Let me explain what I'm talking about. I'm kind of hoping that maybe within the next 5 years or maybe 6 years, I should be ordained as a priest, which is kind of what I hope for because if I can be honest, I really don't like my job because, it's very stressful, it's very demanding. I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. It's like a dull, boring merry-go-round. And I just feel like I'm not really doing anything satisfying in my life. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not fulfilling anything. All I'm just doing is just working my butt off just for the sake of getting a paycheck. And that's all my job is as far as I'm concerned. It's just a way of making ends meet. So... But with the way how things are going right now, it's possible that I may not become an ordained priest until sometime in my 40s. And right now I'm actually 30 years old. Now, I don't know how old you guys think that I am. When you first saw the video, you probably wondered how old well, you probably weren't asking how old I am. But now that I bring up the topic that I'm 30 years old, some of you are probably thinking, no way, you're really 30 years old? Because I've had conversations with people every now and then. They tell me that I look very young. I've had some people say that I look 26 or 28 or 23, something like that. And it's very flattering that they think that about me, that I look so young. But of course, I'm looking at myself right now, with my camera phone, and I look like I got huge pores on my face. Maybe it's just how the camera works. You know how they say that the camera doesn't do a person justice? This is probably the same thing with me. But, you guys have your own opinions. You look at me and you think whatever you think about me. That's all right, Now, I don't mind if you leave anything in the comment section if you want to say something. Just try and be considerate and don't be cruel. Who am I talking to? There's probably a bunch of YouTube trolls who are watching this who just live to, be cruel and make fun of people. So I'm just not going to pay attention to those comments. Worst case scenario, I'll just delete those comments. So if any of you YouTube trolls do leave one of those hateful comments and I delete them, you're just wasting your time. Just don't waste your time. Find someone else to pick on. So, what else to talk about? Well, heaven forbid if it takes longer for me to become an ordained priest. What I've been thinking about doing is that once I get my bachelor's degree, I'll probably just try and get a job as a professor at a university or seminary. Get my foot in the door of, the religious establishment, And one thing I've been thinking about is what kind of seminary will I go to in order to pursue my master's degree in divinity or theology? If I do leave the Anglican Church, if I stay in the Anglican Church, chances are what I'll more or less do is go to an Anglican seminary that's in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. There's actually two of them. One of them is Trinity School for Ministry, and another is the Reformed Episcopal Seminary, and those are seminaries that work closely with an Anglican group called the Anglican Church in North America, which has been a group that I've been wanting to join for quite some time. But now that it seems like my path is probably going in the direction of a Catholic Church that allows their priests to be married, it's possible that I may... I've been scrolling through Facebook every now and then. I've been seeing this advertisement thing for a Catholic online school. What's it called again? Catholic Online, Catholic University. I forgot. Catholic Diversity? I don't remember what it's called. I gotta look it up again just to make sure what it is. But there's also, there's a seminary, a Roman Catholic seminary that's in Miami. It's called St. John Vianney Catholic Seminary. So if I become a member of this church right here, the Incarnation Catholic Church, then there's a good chance that that's probably the seminary that I might go to if they allow me to. Now, I don't really know how things are going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years of my life. The best thing that I can do for myself right now is just keep getting my education, keep taking my classes with Liberty University, work towards that bachelor's degree in Christian ministries, get it. If I need to get another bachelor's degree, like maybe a bachelor's degree in history, take some classes for that too. And just keep working where I work and just earning my paycheck and just trying to get to where I'm trying to get to in life, and keep working on my YouTube videos like I'm doing right now, recording this video. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else to talk about? I don't think so. I don't know if there is anything else to talk about. If I do think of anything else to talk about, I'll probably make a separate video because, I've been recording for about 10 minutes and 45 seconds. And when it comes to uploading these videos onto YouTube, depending on how long the video is, it's going to take a long time. Like any video that's probably about 5 minutes long, it'll probably take about 50 minutes. Excuse me. And any video that's probably about 15 or 16 minutes long, that's a good 2 hours. And if I record a video that's probably about 40 minutes long, that's pretty much going to be a 3 to 4 hour upload job to YouTube. And, usually the best thing for me to do at a time like that is just upload the video while I'm sleeping. So that way I don't feel like I'm waiting too long for a video to upload. And then the next day, if I'm not busy, whenever I've got free time, I'll just spend time editing it and then making it public once I feel it's ready to go. So I'm going to stop right now because I think I just saw a parishioner, pull up to the church and, is going into the church. So, and I've been on the road for quite some time. If there are certain details that I didn't cover in this video as in regards to my hectic morning, I'll probably make another video where I talk about that just as well. Maybe not, if you want me to, you can ask me in the comment section to do that. So anyway, before I go, I want you to get one more look at the Incarnation Catholic Church. I'm going to start walking around. Let me just double check to make sure that the door is locked. Yeah, my door is locked. I just can never shake off this feeling that I'm forgetting something. But then that could be anything. Something, I really enjoy making these vlog videos, and I like, venting, whatever it is that I'm thinking at the moment. It's very therapeutic for me because it helps me to relieve myself of stress and, just blow off steam. And I think that's very healthy. I try not to fuss about things in life because I don't want people saying that I'm some sort of spoiled brat or a big whiny crybaby. I love documenting my life adventures. It's very fun. So here is the Incarnation Catholic Church. I just noticed this bush right here, this hedge bush. It's in the shape of a cross. I think a Celtic cross. That's beautiful. So here is the Incarnation Catholic Church, and right next to it is a Catholic school. Oop, gotta get out of the way. St. Vincent Academy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get going now. I'll see you guys later.